Hi everyone, welcome to this video newsletter. The subject of today's newsletter is how to implement your permitted development rights on leasehold properties. Now, this is the first of our video newsletters. It's really when I just answer the many questions I get posed to me. If you've got a question that you want me to answer on property, then just leave a comment on this video. I'll do my best to help you guys out. Let's just read out this question that we got. I wonder whether you can offer some quick advice. I'm currently listening to your YouTube channel, and I thought I'd ask your advice on an industrial unit I'm looking to develop and convert to residential. Now, this is all good so far, but this is where it starts to get a little bit complicated. The property is owned by the council, and it has a 98-year lease on it. The council won't sell the freehold. I'm looking to split the property into 4 units, approximately 1,750 square foot, put in a mezzanine level, make loft-style New York apartments, blah, blah, blah. Can you see any obvious issues with this? Well, there are 2 big issues here. Firstly, it's leasehold. The unfortunate thing is that you can't implement any permitted development rights without the freeholder's consent. If it's a private freeholder, then you may be able to negotiate with them. But in most cases, they will only give their consent if you're going to pay them. And often that's where the whole deal starts to collapse, because by the time you've negotiated a slice for them, you tend to find the deal viability just isn't there. And the extra layer of complexity in asking someone else's permission, whatever you want to do, just adds more complexity, time, delay, and cost to the whole project. In your case, you've got the other unfortunate thing, is that your freeholder is the council. They've already told you they don't want to sell. So you've got to do it with their consent. And I'm afraid they ain't going to consent. Let me tell you why I'm so certain about that. Planning departments in local councils, they love to have full control over whatever happens in their area. And it's very whimsical, I'm afraid. That's one of the reasons why housing supply is in such a crisis across the UK. Because the planning permission system is slow and is uncertain. You can apply for one scheme in one area and the identical scheme in another area, and you can get 2 different responses from the planning department. There is no consistency with the planning permission process in the UK. To help with that, what central government have gone along and done is introduced permitted development rights. And permitted development rights is a way of central government saying, look, it doesn't matter what you're saying locally, guys, these are national rules, they apply nationally, they apply to every single property, and these are permitted development rights of things a building owner can do without going to the planning department to ask for permission first. They are national rights that just apply to all. Local councils don't like this. You'll find planning departments, they're usually called development control departments. And those are the 2 key words, development control. It gives you a real insight into their mindset and their attitude to passing sort of development projects. Local councils don't like the fact that their control has been taken away by central government in issuing these PD rights across the land. And the only way they can stop it is if they happen to be the freeholder of the building. So I will bet my hat that there is just no way you will ever get consent from the freeholder, being the local council, to implement permitted development rights on this scheme. As I said before, even when the freeholder is a private entity, you'll find you're going to have to pay them something, and that usually scuppers the deal sooner or later. So the summary is PD rights for commercial buildings, yes, there are plenty of them, they're worth looking at, but look for the freehold. Or look for leaseholds where the freeholder has given you consent that they're willing to sell the freehold to you. If you don't have the freehold, it's a lot more of an uphill struggle. It's going to be a lot more time and a lot more money to implement your permitted development rights, and quite frankly there are plenty more deals out there which are less complicated, where you can buy the freehold, do the same thing without so much complexity. So go for those instead, I would say. Great question though. If you've got any more questions you want me to tackle in any of these video newsletters, then just leave a comment below here. I hope you like this. Remember, hit the like and the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. We publish new content each and every week. It's all dedicated to helping you be more successful in property. See you guys in the next video. Happy investing. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, hit the bell icon. As soon as we upload, we'll let you know. And enjoy these. They're all dedicated to helping you be more successful in property. Happy investing!